Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile 2. In this episode, I upgraded my Scepter to a new Scepter, so you may have seen the previous vid where I did the big amount of whittles, a mere worth of whittles on a Scepter. I was upgrading one, but I got a new one, so basically, I went for the +5 minion skills, and then ally in your presence deal, it's 105 to 119 increased damage. These two mods alone are so hard. It's very rare, and they're expensive just for those two mods. When I was trying to whittle that other WOM Scepter, one of these with just these two mods was 600D, and I figured I could just get, I had the T1 Spirit with the +5, and I was thinking I could just hit the ally damage with whittles. It's pretty rare. It turned out it was worth it to buy this when I found out for 85D. And then it's also an Omen Scepter, so you get the skill Malice, where I had Purity of Lightning, and I've had like Discipline and other ones. So I finally got to play with Malice, and let me just say, Malice is sick. So first thing is, you look at the +5 ally damage and the cast speed, and you wonder how good is the ally damage. So if we have 400 minion damage, and then you give like 800 plus ally damage, it's like 25% more. Obviously doesn't show in this stat because it's just on the minions, but then our damage went up to 114k from like 90, so it's a huge damage boost. And then it's per, so like each one does more, not having to have as many, right, to do as much damage. And so yeah, the scepter swap kept the cast speed, kept the +5, basically gave up a little bit of spirit for the damage, obviously also the mana stuff, but besides that, you did get more damage out of the damage over the spirit. And then I actually whittled the extra spirit mod, the 28, 27 to 32. So then it made it so instead of losing 4 mages from this swap, I only lost 2. The other reason I lost some is because when you put the auras on Malice, it actually reserves reservation spirit compared to the Purity of Lightning. It was bugged, and so I have to reserve the extra 10, 15, and 20. So I lose another 2. That's where I lost the other 2. So really, I only lost 2 from the Scepter, and then 2 because the supports were bugged, not because I was supposed to have those 2. Actually, it was just a bug. So therefore, yeah, I only lost 2, and then I actually could still get the rest of the spirit. So this could have as much spirit or more spirit than the other one. Then we have the Malice. So this is just the best. Technically, like, this is actually the best one. It's just I didn't have a Malice originally to craft on, and now I have one, and I'm gonna whittle this up. And then I've already collected 12 whittles, but I'm not going to use them yet because I already hit that spirit. And just to re-roll the spirit to hit something similar is like a 1 in 5, 1 in 6. And then what if I replace it with a mod that is a higher level, and then I have to replace the mana, and then imagine I get a higher level mod that makes me have to replace like a suffix because the cast speed's only level 56. If when you want to do this Scepter with whittles, you probably want to do a big upgrade all at once rather than now where I already have the spirit. Like it actually has a pretty high chance of like messing up the spirit and then not getting another spirit, and then making me have to mess with the suffixes before I can get back to the prefixes again. Yeah. Which, yeah, we'll have to save up a few whittles for that. But now the Malice. So I talked about just the ally damage versus the spirit, so number of minions. But now I'll talk about the Malice. How good is Malice? Malice is insane, dude. Emits an aura that continuously inflicts crit weakness on enemies in your presence. So it's like Eye of Winter, but automatic. Crit weakness duration is 4 seconds. Applies crit weakness to enemies every 0.66 seconds. So in 13 seconds, you get the 20 stacks, which gives you the 10% base crit. And like if our dudes start with 11 base crit and they can get another 10 just like the Eye of Winter, then yeah, this is almost like double damage after 13 seconds. So you could think of it like ramping damage up to double damage. It's kind of like Pride. And then in 1 second you're already doing like 7% more or something crazy. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Malice is sick. Bigger boost than the scepter change in the other places. Like if this thing actually surviving, this is a gigantic damage boost. Where the purity of lightning was decent for keeping the minions alive for lightning res, or like whatnot, other ones for other reses, it's pretty good. But yeah, Malice is amazing. And then I'll mention there's actually a Malice 19. This isn't the highest one, so not only is it hard to get a Malice one with these two mods, but to get the right level one as well. Okay, let me Omen. For some reason you can't look up Malice. Okay, so level 19, it's 0.64 instead of 0.66, so it's 0.02 less, and so it only it's like 12.8 instead of 13, so it's just under 13 seconds to get it fully stacked up. It doesn't change the amount of damage it's going to affect. It's only changing the time. So yeah, the time you have to whip. And then yeah, my old scepter was just mana spirit and mana regenerate, and then it's literally the same thing. So literally just giving up like 40 spirit to gain the ally damage, and then the big malice. I think it's worth it. Huge upgrade. Highly recommend Malice. If you didn't know already, definitely try to get one with Malice. This is ideal for our crit setup because of our build with the Frost Mages. We have 32 crit and 316 crit damage bonus. So with the crit weakness stacked up, we get like 62 crit and 300 crit damage bonus. So yeah, like doubling your crit chance. It's actually crazy. And then another thing that I thought of was the Malice being only nearby you in your presence or whatever, in the aura. Then when the monster's far away, obviously it won't get affected by it, but really it's the monsters that are closer to you that are kind of scarier. The monsters far away can still be scary, but my opinion is that the monsters close are scarier, so Malice is pretty good for actually dealing more damage to the enemies close. Nice. Yeah, whole vid on the scepter, and then I already did one whittle on it too, like I said, and I actually hit the 28 spirit, and then yeah, just to hit a better spirit than that is like a 1 in 6. So then my thought also is that even though something can be 1 in 6, okay guys, 1 in 5, 1 in 6, and you think, oh, then I'm good if I have 6. In my opinion, to be like somewhat safe when things are a certain drop rate, certain odds, you could times it by 2.5, and so instead of 6, maybe 15. Then you'd have higher chances. But then again, there's a second problem, like I mentioned, of if you whittle this, because I've tested a few times of just like theory crafting it. It's like, what would happen if I tried this? Just for fun. So yeah, it's the T1 spirit that would get removed, and then if you hit a mod higher than the mana, then it's going to want the mana removed. And if you hit a mod higher than both of those, like pretty high, and it's higher than the cast speed, it's going to move you to suffixes. And then it gets super scuffed because, seriously, you're going to lose cast speed. You lost your spirit, and then you could only get the cast speed back after you landed both spirits. So you're talking like a couple hundred. Omens minimum in the worst case scenario. So like where I told you 6 or 15, well, it could be 200 in like the really worst case scenario of the way it does the ordering, because it's based on whittling the lowest level mod away, and we have just the 2 really high mods. Cast speed isn't a high mod, so it would get removed, and same with that spirit. So that's where you would have to get the other really high mods, and then they're pretty rare, and it can take a lot of tries. And then the whole thing with the whittling is that obviously these 2 mods are safe, the +5 and the ally damage, but like the rest of it's still pretty decent. And then yeah, you'd have to hit something better than what you already have for it to actually be an upgrade, and so you have to have a lot of tries. Obviously I could try with what I have and get lucky, but what if I get unlucky? Especially how I'm actually using this scepter now. Like I could switch back to the other one, but I really like the Malice. And then I actually like the ally damage of just my minions doing more damage each instead of having to have as many, because they kind of still body block. They have trouble targeting a boss, all of them. They like do a circle around the boss. They still block each other and stuff. So having them just be more powerful and not needing as many is really nice, actually. Big fan of the Malice Scepter. And then yeah, I'll probably edit in the whittle clip. And then, yeah, we've been farming up 12 whittles. And then all my megalomaniacs, bro, I'm still farming Simulacrum. It's still Simulacrum League. But one thing I'll show you guys, if you didn't know, whittles are almost, well, 14, almost 15D now. They went up. They were 11 in my vid. They were 6 in the old vid a month ago. And now they're 14. So where I have 12 of them, yeah, that's pretty good, dude. Well, all right, we got 3 omens. New Scepter. Let's see what it rolls. Oh, the fire. Let's go. Spirit. First try? Whoa, now is it better? Wait. Is it better now? That's the actual spirit mod too. It could have hit the T1 already, 61. It didn't even hit the hybrid mana. Rich 43D. Reverberating impact lightning rod. Oh yeah, that one was good. Either way, take this opportunity to thank my Patreon and YouTube members who financially support the channel. Thank you to Rico, David, Hannes, Cynic, Jono, Mercy, Salad, Austin, Alex, Johan, Hade. Thanks so much for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!